Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Got a question in from Alex Sarna. He's one of our regular listeners here on Art of the Image, and great to hear from you again, Alex. He says, "Hey Matt, hope your summer is going well. Looking at the Henry's eBay page today and noticed they have both a D610 and a D800, either as refurbs or used items. The D800 was listed at $14.29 and the D610 was at $10.95.75. At this point, do you say grab the D800 for the extra cash or still on the D610 bandwagon as always? Thanks for your review. Cheers, Alex Sarna, photographer, Ottawa, Ontario." So Alex is out of Ottawa. Just so you guys know, the Henry's is a local, I shouldn't say local, it's a Canadian camera chain. I say local because there's usually one in every city close to you, and there is one very close both to the east and west of me. Now, Henry's on eBay is wide open to purchase from in the States or worldwide, whatever you want. I believe they ship worldwide. Those prices, I'm assuming, are in Canadian funds because that's usually what Henry's lists in. So just so for your frame of reference, those are in Canadian funds, which I think the dollar's at like 1.31 or something like that right now. I'd have to double check that, but it's right around 1.3, meaning it costs us $1.30 to buy an American dollar. Now, those prices are very good in Canadian. We're looking at essentially $330, $330 for the difference between the 800 and the 610. That is a tough call. I guess it depends what you're using it for, and if you have the need for the extra resolution of the 800, because the 610 is so good. And I think essentially it's a slightly newer camera. Really it's not, because the 610 was just an evolution of the 600. But technically on release dates, it's probably even a newer camera. We're looking at 24 megapixels versus 36. In the real world, that's not really going to be a big deal. But I have shot a fair bit with the 810 that I have here. And I do have to say it's a very nice camera. And sometimes that extra resolution comes in helpful. In this case, I'm actually not sure which way I go. I'm kind of on the fence myself because the 800 is such a sweet little camera and the 610 is a very sweet little camera too. So hard to say, if I was shooting a lot of landscapes, if I was doing a lot of studio work where I could use the extra resolution, I would probably go with the 800. If I'm primarily doing portraits and wedding work, which is what that my background primarily is. I do a lot more studio now, but back in the day, I always had a pair of bodies, so I would have had two of either of these, and would have done primarily portraits and wedding work. Then the 610 is probably the way I would go. So I guess it's a question of horses for courses. I am very tempted with the price on that for the 800 if I'm choosing between the two, but I think you need to really look at what your needs are and what you shoot. So if what you're shooting can benefit from the extra megapixels, and that's why I say, traditionally those are people that shoot landscapes and studio work, prefer the extra megapixels. If you're more primarily portraits and weddings, then you probably don't need it. If anything, it may even be a liability in the sense of the overhead of high megapixel files. So that's the way I would go. But what do you guys think? Do you think Alex should go 800 at $14.29? Or D610 at $10.95. Very close in price here. Factory refurbs I have no problem with. I buy those all the time. My 70D that I'm shooting with right now is a factory refurb. And I actually really like both these cameras. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know if you'd go 800. Let us know if you'd go 610. And let us know why. What's your reasoning? Leave your comments below. Let's help Alex out. Thanks for your question, Alex. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.